something out of it. Maybe there's oil, maybe there's land. I don't know all the reasons why we are in these kind of wars. Some of us have wars. Sometimes we have wars because
Oh
we want to
yeah,
prove a point.
we gonna get into that about why we have war because I gotta go to a commercial because I done missed one commercial. So Jerry, don't hang up. Stay with me, and Mr. Jerry Davis out of Colorado is gonna stay with me, and also Abu, he's gonna stay with me, and we're gonna do the second part of the Lady G show. So go to the bathroom, go get you some water, and come on back to your computer. Pick up your telephone, give me a call at 1-888-778-1436. And we'll be very honored to hear from you. And after this commercial, we'll be right to holla.
Hot button topic today on the Lady G Show. Get in on it if you want to, or hear it on the retelecast tomorrow. We're going to take the first commercial break. We'll be right back with the Lady G Show on JJLN Radio.
It's JJLN. Video radio telecasting is now available in Las Vegas. It's JJLN, the first video radio telecasting studio in the world. It's JJLN, the online radio broadcasting studio that has conventional radio stations taking another look at online radio broadcasting, taking radio to the next level with video radio telecasting. Get your messages out worldwide, online, and locally with JJLN network of stations. Call 364-5400 in Las Vegas and out of state 1-888-778-1436 toll free. That's 1-38778-1436. Call the studio now to set up an appointment to broadcast your 1 hour shows or to have your ad.
And now we return you to the Lady G Show with the hot button topic of the night, Lady G.
Okay, we are back in the studio with Mr. Abu, but we didn't let him get his comment in when we was talking about parenthood, and we need to Brother Leo and I and Mr. Davis, we took over that conversation, and we didn't give Abu a chance to voice his opinion. So we're gonna do that now, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna get an opportunity to let's talk about war. Okay, Abu, give me your opinion on what we discussed recently about child. What is it? I got everybody mixed up. You all know it was time for me to mess up some kind of way. Okay, we was talking about child Planned Parenthood, whatever. Okay, we got it now.
It seems to me that the birth of your son might have started out as an abortion, but in effect, it was not an abortion. It was to speed it up of the delivery of your son.
Right.
And at 9 months, it's a full-grown fetus.
Right.
And,
And you know, not cutting you off, I'm
Not a
sorry,
problem.
but you know, at 7 months, a baby lives today.
Yeah, yeah. So you might have seen it, or others might have seen it as an abortion, but it is not. In order to save your life, the mother's life, they took the baby away from her, which I imagine is not a bad thing.
Oh.
And you bring up a good point also. How many, at least a dozen that I know of, black men are sitting in jail right now because they did something to a mother that was pregnant and caused her to lose the child, and they got charged with murder.
Yeah.
So we're having a double standard here, whereas the Planned Parenthoods can kill black people or any kind of people with abortion, and it's not illegal. But if you hurt some woman that's pregnant and her baby die, they charge you with murder.
Yeah.
So, they need to straighten that out.
You know, I agree, don't you?
Of course, of course.
All right.
100%.
You agree, Jerry?
Yes, I do.
I understand that. Okay, now we're gonna. So while we got a little time left, we're gonna we're gonna get a chance and talk about. Okay, we heard the explanation that Donald Trump gave about war, and he blamed it all on Hillary and the Obama cabinet about the war that's going on over in Syria, but he didn't understand that when that war was already begun when President Obama came into office.
That's right. And when the war, and here's the thing about the war, if you don't know why the war started or don't know how to end it, but you're looking out for the good of the country, which Donald Trump always talks about, America first, American first, American first. But as soon as somebody does something that's making him have to defend America, that kind of thing, it's not a thing that you go in and fight it in 1 week and then all of a sudden it's over. There's diplomatic things you have to pay attention to. There's other countries that you need, that your allies, that kind of a thing. And people don't stop fighting just because you're a powerful country. People get upset. We do it in our own family. If somebody hurts somebody in your family, you do everything you can to make it right on your behalf. So as far as war concerned, Bush and some of the other people, they went out and they did what they had to do. And when Obama came along and they said, okay, what can we do to get out of this war and make things better for this country? And I think we're missing something, just like Brother Leo was up. Domino effect. There are certain things you got to do. So if one of those dominoes is missing, or a puzzle, if one of them is missing, the picture's not complete. And I think that's what people are doing with wars right now. They're trying to prove a point that you can't just go around killing people because that's what you believe. We'd be going right back to Hitler days if that's what we were going to do. Let's make this country pure. We're going to have all the people that believe in me. We're going to take care of you. Well, what about the people that don't believe in you? You create a war, and that's what's been happening every time we got a president there. It's on the war. You don't believe in what I believe in, so we're going to make you do it.
Okay.
Killing people.
All right. Okay. Boo, what do you think about the war? Come on.
I was under the impression that the rebels, the insurgents who were trying to overthrow Bashar Assad, they started the war. They, in my opinion, these rebels, these people who are trying to overthrow Assad, are directly responsible for the condition of the country. They are directly responsible for the millions of Syrians being displaced. They are directly responsible for the hundreds of thousands of Syrians who've been killed. I am not blaming Obama. I'm not blaming Hillary. I'm not blaming any of them, but the rebels who are trying to overthrow the government. And it seems to me that the solution is a simple one. As we said many, many years ago, better red than dead. When Khrushchev would try to take over the country, live with Assad, save the lives of millions of Syrians. Babies are being killed because of these rebels' dissatisfaction with Bashar Assad.
I like that.
Huh?
I like that.
He said he liked that.
Of course,
Keep on.
it's simple. Well, I mean, you want to get rid of one man, Bashar, and in the meantime, you're killing hundreds of thousands of your own people. It doesn't make sense. I don't care who's behind it. I mean, I'm talking about the outside forces, the people in the country, the rebels, the Syrians. They are not indirectly, they are directly responsible for the condition of the country presently.
I'm listen. I have been on the internet and I have read some of their policies that they have issued out in the White House, and the Republican cabinet is the ones that have placed the American troops over in that area, and Obama felt like that they should defend themselves. And that's why he was pulling the American troops out of it, because we was losing too many of them. and he said that is their problem, and they are the ones that need to work that out, and I feel like he is right, because hey, that's their side, but and pull our American people out, and then on top of that, they say they don't want the American soldiers over there, and then when it got so bad, when Obama had pulled everybody out, and it got real bad over there, that's when they wanted the United States to come over, and they didn't want them to fight, but they wanted them to show them how to fight, but they wasn't willing to protect our military that was over there. But I got to go to another commercial before I get out of here. But Jerry, don't leave us. All right, stay with Abu and I, and we're gonna come right back after this commercial.
You're listening to the Lady G Show here on JJLN Radio, and I want to give you a bit of information. You can get a DVD on audio CD of today's presentation by using the silver button. The silver button is just a kind reminder that you can donate to help keep the show on the air as well. Now we're going to take our last commercial break, and we'll be right back with the Lady G Show here on JJLN Radio. And now we return you to the Lady G Show with your hostess, Lady G.
Okay, we are back. All right, we are. Okay, hold on, Jerry. We are back with Jerry Davis and Abu, and we are going through the last session of the Lady G Show, and and our topic right now is about war. And while you all was doing your commercial, and we was doing ours, we kept talking, and we was talking about how the war got started. And I had brought up the subject about when I read this book about war. That's when I found out that the Vietnam War was behind a chess game, and the United States won that chess game.
Before we play chess, Lady G,
Okay.
can I tell your viewers that my show comes on at 6 p.m.?
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
I don't want you to forget me.
Oh no, you my special guest. We're not gonna forget you. And Mr. Abu wanted me to remind everybody that he has a show here every Saturday evening before my show. And I told him we're not gonna forget him. We're gonna let him talk about his show. We got a few more minutes. We're gonna.
Sometimes move so quickly before you know we'll be out of here.
Yeah, but I'm on time. Okay, all right. So now the reason why the reason why they are fighting so much now over there is because the United States was an ally to Syria, and it's near national waters, which is near Russia, and they are very wealthy with silver and gold. And that's why the United States, before Bush got out of the chair, that's why he was all up in there, okay? And now Putin wants to move up in there, and once he get that, then that'll give him an opportunity to step into Israel.
So what is the reason? What is really the reason? We can go back as far as World War One, World War Two. We can go back as far as you want to go back. There's always been war. There was wars when Jesus was walking. In fact, some of the wars, God set it up.
Okay. Yes, he did. And people do not understand that the reason why at that time that they had war, and that was to eliminate some of the population. And that's what war is all about. But today, they have really gotten out of hand of the war, because back then, when the war came to eliminate population, they saved the women's and the children's. But today, they don't care who. They just wipe them out.
It's gotten to the point where either you're greedy or you want to prove a point that you're powerful. Maybe you want more stuff for your country. There's a reason why we're having war. And people just can't sit around like the United States. We're supposed to be, they used to say, the police of all countries, that kind of a thing. If you allow people to be slaughtered, why are the people being slaughtered? Because somebody else wants something from that country, or they're trying to gain their monopoly over the world. That kind of a thing. So wars are necessary, and still today it's necessary, because if you just let people just beat up on people all the time and just turn your back on it, that kind of a thing, eventually turning your back on, somebody's gonna stab you in the back.
All right.
Just move away from it.
I know that's right. All right, Mr. Abu, what do you think? What? Give me, come on.
Are you saying that Bush started the war to steal the gold and the silver from the Syrians?
Right. Just
The
like,
same way the white man stole the gold from Africa?
right. And over in, what's the man that they killed that they say they killed? Not Bin Laden, the other guy that they killed. I can't call his
What
name.
country?
It's overseas. I can't remember. But the reason why they tore down his statue and all of that stuff, and that conflict was from Bush Senior, and that was behind oil.
Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, yeah, that was behind oil, and and that was a Republican Party. Every time the war got started, it was behind greed of the president on the Republican side.
Lady G.
What?
Was the white party
Yeah.
stealing from the non-white?
Non-white party, right? Okay, they done that for many years anyway, and they
Well,
have.
let me get in there on that. too
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. We know all them rats live in the same hole, and I'm talking about, Democrats and Republicans. They're now showing that I'm gonna vote, and they're Republicans tomorrow. I'm gonna vote for Hillary. Democrats tomorrow. I'm gonna vote for Trump. So we're seeing now that they've always been the same rats in the same hole. Now, here's the thing. You're talking about Iraq, and you're talking about King Hussein, I believe it was his name.
Yeah.
They tore his statue down after that, and they hung him because they claimed he had weapons of mass destruction when everybody thought they just wanted to go over there for the oil. But here's the history of that. Now, Bill Clinton had just got out of office. Janet Reno was the attorney general, and it was through the FBI Justice Department that he was getting the next president, which was Bush, and they are the buddies. Don't misunderstand me. Make me think that I'm trying to say the two of them were enemies or separate because one was a Democrat and one was a Republican. I'm not. I know better. But anyway, the Justice Department was the ones that fed the information, the intelligence information, the CIA and the Justice Department, the FBI, to the president, who was then Bush, that there was supposed to be weapons of mass destruction in Iraq.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. The Justice Department that fed this Republican administration this information was left over from the Democratic Bill Clinton, who appointed them. So here we have the Democratic Justice Department telling the Republican president that they've got weapons of mass destruction, and this guy went over there and started the war. They both were the rats in the pot. They both were responsible for this war, and this is where we are today from that very first start.
Right. You right about that, huh?
Have you noticed that every time we have a change in president, there's always war?
Okay.
I don't care who it is. Every time there's a change in the president,
Don't start that music yet. Okay, Jerry. Thank you so much for being my calling guest. We must do this again. I gotta get ready to go out of here, and we'll talk soon. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna let Mr. Abu tell you about his fantastic show that comes on every Saturday for Before the Lady G show.
And I thank you, Lady G. My show does come on every Saturday at 6 p.m., 6 to 6:30, and I'm truly grateful for Lady G for allowing me to come on her show and air my views, even though Brother Leo took most of my time away from me.
But you know what? And let me tell you what I'm going to do to make it up to you. I will be away for 2 weeks next month, and I'm going to let you fill in for me one Saturday so you can have a whole hour.
Oh, very nice of you, Lady
All
G.
right?
I can never, ever think of filling your shoes, Lady G.
No, you ain't filling my shoes. You just gonna fill in on my show. Okay. I want to thank each and every one out there that watches the Lady G show, and I want to thank you so much for being a part of our show this evening, which was very interesting. And please remember that on November the 19th, 2016, Lady G will be doing a concert, I'm So Kingston concert on November the 19th in Kinston, North Carolina at the Granger Hill Performing Arts Center. And I am hoping that each and every one will please come out and join us and help us help the flood victims in Kinston, North Carolina. And our goal is to raise $10,000 or more. And until next Saturday, Lady G is going to say, I'll holla.
You've been listening to The Lady G Show right here on JJLN Radio. Now, this program is going to be re-telecast for the next 6 days in rebroadcast mode on both JJLNradio.info and our Spanish sister station, LaMeramera.net. You can also get a copy of the show again. I'll remind you for our final time tonight on DVD or audio CD by either calling the studio using the silver button or the email address. After the show tonight, the signed guest book is going to appear in the viewing portal. Please sign it and let us know that you were there and from where you were from. And again, you can join the Lady G Fan Club by sending $1 every week to the silver button to support the show and keep it on the air. That's the Lady G Fan Club. $1 would be appreciated. Until next time, we invite you to tune in again next Saturday from 7 to 8 for the Lady G Show right here on JJLN Radio.